What is going on, everyone? This is the Fantasy Aces podcast. I'm your host, Joe Bevlacqua. With me, we got Mike Hendel, Nate Holleran, and Sonny Chowdhury. Guys, we're going to be talking divisional round, what we thought about those games, pretty intense games. We'll talk about guys who outperformed and underperformed. And then we're going to do our very first, way too early, 2021 fantasy mock draft on the Sleeper app, but no rookies because they haven't updated the rookie class. And then we're also going to be doing fantasy conference round matchups, talking about guys we think are going to do really good in the last matchups. All right, guys. Nate, it's been a while. How are you feeling, man? And what do you think about your Eagles after what you missed on the podcast?
Well, I think I've been gone for quite a while, obviously, and ever since then they fired Doug, and I know Mike was he had a lot of things to say about that. We were talking in the chat. That was fun to experience. But I mean, I don't know. I guess Josh McDaniels is the runner-up for this. Is what they're saying for Philly. So I mean, I'm hoping we get some offensive mind, but it is a roller coaster in Philly. So
It's going to be an interesting offseason. I'm excited with the Falcons. We got a guy in the Saints now running our general management. I mean, he knows everything that the Saints probably have planned for the next 3 years. So I'm pretty excited.
you just got to deal with Matt Ryan right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot to figure out if they want to build up their team or just try to compete this upcoming season, which I do not suggest doing with how good the Bucks are looking. Sonny, how do you feel about the games that you watched this week?
Yeah, I mean, it's a real tearjerker. I mean, seeing Drew Brees go out like that. I mean, I want to see him go out on top, go with the Super Bowl. But, it was a good game. It was a good defensive battle. I was going to say, there's a lot of stinkers this week. I really feel like a lot of the guys were a letdown, especially playing weekly DraftKings and everything. I mean, the only guy at the top of my mind that really has been doing well all season was Stephon Diggs. But, you had a down game from all the Bucks guys. You had a down game from Michael Thomas, Lamar Jackson, all those guys. So it was a low-scoring week, but, you can't expect anything in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, in the fantasy football pool for the playoffs, the Bills' defense finishes the number one, player for fantasy points this previous week.
So I mean, that just defines the week right there. Exactly, yeah.
Well, I mean, when the leading fantasy wide receiver of the weekend is Traquan Smith with 3 catches.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm interested to see what the Saints are going to do with the wide receiver section coming into the 2021 season. So that's another thing we can get to later. But going through some news around the league before we get to our topics for today. The Colts GM is unsure about signing Marlon Mack. Makes sense. They have 3 good running backs already on the Colts. Marlon Mack's probably going to be a free agent going to a team that may need a running back. Falcons hire Terry Fontenot as general manager. Baltimore has released Mark Ingram, so he's going to be another free agent. We'll see where he goes this offseason. And the Seahawks have talked to Adam Gase about being the offensive coordinator.
Please hire him, Seattle. Please hire him. I would love to play Adam Gase.
Sonny is begging. Sonny is begging for them to hire him.
All him. Take him, please.
And the Lions are to hire Dan Campbell. I believe it's in the process or it's happened, who was the assistant coach for the Saints. So there's a lot of pieces on the Saints that are leaving this year. So that's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. All right, so getting to our first topic today, we're going to be doing a fantasy divisional roundup. Any fantasy surprises we have from the games, players that outperformed, underperformed, that will go into the fantasy 2021 season. Maybe, things will change on their teams. So when we look at the first game, Rams and Packers, disappointed by the Rams defense. Adams had Ramsey's number all day. And something released, I believe, which is like a video of them just going at it. I haven't watched it yet, and I can't wait to watch it. But Adams did pretty well. Lazard showed up as a big top fantasy performer. And then, with Aaron Jones, it was a really good showing from the Packers. We'll start with Nate. How do you feel about that game?
Oh my God! Well, I know it started off pretty slow in the beginning, and the Rams had it, for a good amount of time. But I mean, I think I had such a heavy heart for Aaron Donald because he was playing with like a pretty brutal injury, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, that was fun to watch. But Aaron Rodgers is just insane. Aaron Rodgers is absolutely insane. I'm just excited to see what he can do. I'm rooting for them all the way. I really am. It is crazy. Him and Adams versus Ramsey was so fun to watch. It was so fun to watch.
Mike, how'd you feel about that game?
Yeah, pretty good. I feel like the Rams, like Jared Goff is fine, but like imagine if they had your boy Matt Ryan, right? Imagine if they had a top 10 guy. Like, would that game have been competitive? It's like imagine if in that Super Bowl, if the 49ers had a top 10 guy. It's the same kind of a thing. Like, they're pretty good teams with pretty great coaches. And if they only had, that next level.
Yeah, I agree. Because Sean McVay is a good coach.
That's just what I kept thinking. So
it could be a good fit, but if you told me to compare a quarterback of Jared Goff, I would say Matt Ryan. They both can't avoid the pocket, and they both turn it over and get sacks in the pocket. So you're basically just replacing the same quarterback. So I don't know if I would agree with that.
I mean, is it one top 10 all time in pass yards? Like, I don't know that you can say they're the same.
Oh God,
they just have the same habits. But also Jared Goff didn't have Julio Jones. So I'm personally, just from a fan's point of view, it's the weapons.
A healthy Julio Jones.
Matt Ryan, great.
A healthy Julio Jones.
Yeah, a healthy Julio Jones. Sonny, how'd you feel about that Packers Rams game?
Yeah, I mean, again, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of the weekend. He's showing why he deserves the MVP. But from a fantasy perspective, it was Cam Akers. I mean, this dude has been insane. Like, our biggest question mark the whole year was the committee backfield, 3 running backs splitting work. But towards the end of the year, I mean, Cam Akers has been the guy. It's a one-horse kind of running back. I mean, we saw Todd Gurley again. I mean, he was a few years ago the consensus #1 pick in fantasy. Now, I'm not saying Cam Akers is going to go that high, but I think his potential is insane, and I'm excited to see where he goes because that's someone that I'm really looking to target. And, I mean, I would say he's probably #2 among this year's rookies right after Jonathan Taylor. And I really don't think the gap's that big. So, I think he's someone they should really look forward to drafting next year.
I would have to agree with you. He's really high on my list. Going in the second game, Ravens and Bills, mostly defensive game. Big pick 6 from the Bills, 101 yards. Lamar, great athlete, but I still question his quarterback ability in the passing game. And Diggs, just his usual self, just racking up points like he does. Sonny, how'd you feel about this game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty sloppy game on both sides. Allen looked sloppy and Lamar looked sloppy, but I mean, it just happens. But I think the Ravens really need to address that wide receiver position. There's a lot of good free agents. There's some good rookies. So maybe if he gets another elite receiver, he can improve that passing game.
Yeah. Mike, how did you feel about this game?
Yeah, the play before Lamar threw that pick 6, I was yelling at the TV to kick the field goal on 3rd down because on 2nd down, he almost threw a pick the play right before, and you just knew he was probably going to take another chance. So I was just like, just kick it on 3rd down. Just no. But no, why would you ever kick it on 3rd down? You'd be fired immediately. But
yep.
It would have been better.
How do you feel about the Bills game?
Oh man, I mean that guy who got the pick 6 was the same guy who got delted right in the head at the combine. Yeah. Right. God. I mean, like he got his payback, sooner or later. But Lamar had, I know they need a wide receiver. I know that he needs help. But Lamar is still the same type of quarterback. He is just, running it consistently, and he played. I know it was a defensive game, but before he was even injured that game, he didn't play a great game. Like he didn't. He wasn't playing up to snuff. He wasn't playing, that MVP season that he was. He just wasn't being. I guess you can say he wasn't being Lamar. He wasn't being himself. And I know he has a lot going on, but when you need your, former runner-up for MVP of the season, you need him to show off and just do that. And I think that's very frustrating for me to watch because we all know, every football fan knows that Lamar has such a great skill asset. So I mean, it's very surprising to see how that went down. But the Bills deserve it, and Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen are amazing.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I really want to get into this mock draft, so we're just going to go through these next two games pretty quickly. For the Cleveland Chiefs and Bucks and Saints, we'll start off with Sonny. Just name one guy from each game that you thought really performed well and should be fantasy relevant next season.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about the Browns. Kareem Hunt, I think he's going to be a great value. Chubb was dropping passes. Kareem Hunt got his touchdown. So he's someone that you can win if you take that zero wide receiver approach. And then on the Chiefs side, I mean, Kelsey should be the consensus number one. He was putting DBs on skates, and I think he's still got a few more years in him to be the elite tight end that we've seen these past few years.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you there. Nate, give me one guy from each game that you think's pretty big fantasy relevance-wise.
I don't know. I really don't. I like to go with what Sonny said, just because I agree, like, just to an extent. I mean, it's such a hard one. I wasn't ready for this question. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. I wasn't ready for this.
I'll pass it on to Mike then. I'll pass it on to Mike.
Yeah, please.
I mean, I thought that was the best I've ever seen Baker Mayfield. I know they didn't light the scoreboard on fire, but man, he was so clutch, and he was throwing dimes on third down, climbing the pocket, hitting receivers with accurate passes, not taking crazy sacks. Like, Baker Mayfield was so on point. Like, I'm very excited to see, him going for next year. And then the Saints, I don't know. I mean, Traquan Smith had that crazy game, but I feel like Traquan Smith has like 2 games a year where he scores 20 fantasy points, and then in every other game, he averages out to like fantasy points. So, I don't know.
What about your guy Tyler Johnson? I mean, I don't know if Chris Godwin leaves, he may have some fantasy relevance next
sprinkling of his potential. But yeah, I'm very but I mean, how's he going to get any more playing time next year?
That's a problem.
Scooter, they'll still have.
I mean, Godwin and Antonio Brown could both be gone for all we know. They're both free agents, so I mean that clears up a lot of room. But I mean, again, we don't know.
Because
Godwin's gone. Antonio Brown, I don't know.
He might play it safe. He might play it safe and stay with Tom Brady. He likes playing with Tom.
Yeah, that's true.
That or the Ravens with Hollywood Brown and Lamar Jackson. I mean, we know his cousin's there. We know he worked out with them the offseason. And then Seattle was interested too. So there's going to be some buyers on top of that. But
good teams don't want that headache. Good teams do not want that.
Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. I just thought of a person. I liked Peoples-Jones. He played pretty solid in that game, with Baker Mayfield. I mean, again, like how you said, the accuracy with Baker, that one play to Peoples-Jones right over top of the defender into his arms. That was such a good play. And Peoples-Jones, his draft ranking might go up a little bit because of how well he did play, of how well he's played all season.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and Higgins as well. All right, guys, it's time to get into our 2021 mock draft, 12-team PPR. We're kind of spread around the board, so we'll start that up right now on Sleeper. Okay, so Nate, you are at the first spot. Can you guys see my screen, by the way?
Yes.
All right, so Nate, you're at the first spot. Fortunately, you guys are going to be seeing who I'm picking, but we'll begin the draft, and you are the first one to go. Who will you be taking?
So, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, I love Alvin Kamara. I think he can play, top notch. I'm just worried about Alvin just because we saw what happened when Drew Brees wasn't in there and what can happen when they put in Taysom Hill or I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to draft Alvin Kamara. I love him. I cannot remember the last time I got even first overall pick in a draft. So I'm taking my chances. So I'm going to go to Alvin with this one.
All right, Saquon with the second pick. Surprisingly, Sonny, you're up at number 3 spot. Who are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm going back to the well. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey. I mean, we all know what happened this year, but I think they're just going to utilize him. I think he's a key part of that offense. And, no one gets more work than he does. So I'm confident he bounces back.
All right. And Derrick Henry at 4 and Zeke at 5, which leaves me with probably, in my opinion, the best available running back. I'm going with Dalvin Cook. He won the MVP in our award show. He's a guy right now for the Minnesota Vikings in the run game, so he's going to be my guy. We got Michael Thomas, Tyreek Hill, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, going way too early in my opinion.
Oh my
Patrick
gosh.
Mahomes, Devontae Adams. Mike, you were up with the last pick in the first round. Who do you
Yeah,
take?
and these are going to be slightly off.
Skewed.
Yeah, slightly skewed to last season, but you know I gotta go with my boy Darren Waller because
Wow.
he's not going to be available. He's
I
not
thought you
going to
were
be
gonna pick
available at the end of the third round, right?
Yep. I do like the pick, but Kelsey should be a first rounder, which obviously we haven't seen him go. But I mean, on
That's
draft day,
true.
I do think he's a value there. So I like it.
Wow.
Waller's not going to be available at the end of the third round, man. So I had to do it. And then at this point, best available running back, I guess, is the Chubster.
I had him. He played pretty solid, except when he got hurt for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, so with Nick Chubb, Josh Jacobs got taken, DeAndre Hopkins in the second round, then Joe Mixon, Travis Kelce, Aaron Jones. So I'm up, and it's telling me Julio Jones. No way am I going Julio Jones this early.
Don't do it. I made that mistake.
Yeah, I mean, in a
I made
PPR
that
league, I'm looking for a running back with more, receptions, and I think just with the offensive given in the Chargers, I'm going to go with Eckler in the second round. I think he fits really well with PPR. So George Kittle and Chris Godwin taken. Sonny, you're up.
So I'm gonna take another running back too. I'm going with Jonathan Taylor. I think he should be a first rounder. Don't know how he fell this far, but I mean, I guess it's reflecting last season. So if you can get him the second round, that's a huge value.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's a great pick there, honestly. Now Julio Jones taken. Nate, who would you pick in the second round?
Yeah, I'm going right back to running back, and I'm going to my Philly boy, Miles Sanders. I think Miles Sanders will have a bounce back year. I do. I think he's going to get over this injury thing. I mean, it's not easy getting over just an injury. It's not a mental thing. So, I mean, I'm hoping. And then I'm actually going to go wide receiver with this one because I'm not too crazy on quarterbacks this year because I drafted a quarterback too early and kind of affected me throughout several games. So I'm going to go with, again, DK Metcalf.
Yep.
I love DK. He did so good for me. He had a couple games that were a little annoying, but he's just an amazing wide receiver. So no
round. DK Metcalf. Third round.
All right, Mike,
speak of the devil.
Sonny,
Speaking of the devil, I am going with Stephon Diggs. I mean, the dude was insane. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as he was this year, but I mean, him and Josh Allen have a real connection. So I definitely view him as a top 5 receiver once again.
And that leaves me with the guy that I wanted, Calvin Ridley. I think he's going to be the better Falcons receiver next year, and he's probably going to get into the Pro Bowl coming up. So he's going to be my guy. And Juju got taken, Lamar Jackson for the second quarterback, James Conner, Chris Carson, Adam Thielen. Mike, you are up.
This is rough. I don't know what to do because I need that running back. Right.
Everyone just watch what Joe does. Look how he visualizes his computer.
No. Don't look at who I'm trying to pick up. I'm just looking down the wide receiver.
For that receiver, I'm going Justin Jefferson. He had that crazy year this year. You'd only think that he'd get better from here, hopefully.
And all right, Justin Jefferson.
And then...
That's a good pick. Justin Jefferson is going to be amazing next year again.
Yeah, I'm hoping. Yeah. And then I think I want this guy.
You think? Well, he's a
David Montgomery.
David Montgomery. Wow.
Yeah, David Montgomery's a really good pick, especially in the fourth round, I think.
Yeah.
Sadly, I wouldn't be surprised if oh my gosh, I can't think of his name. I drafted him last year. The running back. Buffalo. Someone help me. I'm stuck.
Singletary.
Yes, Singletary.
I always get them confused.
I don't know. I don't know why. I totally forgot his name.
Devin Singletary, David Montgomery. They're close names phonetically.
I think I'm going to go with the better quarterback to pair with this guy. I'm going to go with Keenan Allen. He had a great year this year.
Nice.
I think it's going to be better. So, fourth round, Keenan Allen. Odell went.
All right, Sonny. What is Sonny going to do?
Yeah, this guy, I actually forgot to grab this guy, but I'm grabbing my guy Cam Akers. I mean, we talked about him earlier today.
Good
I know.
Three running backs. Three running
Wow.
backs. I love it.
Yep.
All right, Nate,
Stack them
you're
up
up.
while you can. All right. Well, I know everyone loves Ertz. I love Ertz too, but I like this guy a little more. His name's Dallas Goddard. I like him just a little more. Just a little more. I don't know what's going on with Ertz in Philly. He might leave. He might stay. No one has any idea. So I'm going to pick Dallas Goddard. I want to go running back. I'm going to go running back again. I really want to go with running back. So if it loads up, all right, here we go. And another guy who did pretty swell this year on Cleveland was Kareem Hunt. I want to take Kareem Hunt. I think he had a solid year for Cleveland behind Nick Chubb, or when they shared the ball. So since this is a PPR league, I might as well.
All right, and Zach Ertz taking in between. So, Sonny, you're up.
I mean, I can't believe you guys let him fall to me, but I'm taking AJ Brown. And I don't know if you guys heard recently, but he had surgeries in both of his knees and should have been out for the season after week 2, and he still made the Pro Bowl. The dude's a monster. And like Jerome said, I mean, it's over. MVP, book it.
And I don't know how you guys left this guy to me, but I know he was way on the bottom of the chart at 130, James Robinson.
Staring at him. I knew he
Taking him
didn't
in the
move
first
it.
round.
Wow.
You guys forgot about him.
Deal.
And then Mark Andrews, Robert Woods, Rob Gronkowski, Melvin Gordon, Kyler Murray. Mike, you're up.
Woof. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to think of who are the rookies that I want to squirrel away
You
with.
gotta go all the way down.
Yeah, but I think I have my guys here. Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
No.
pick.
Oh,
Dang it.
love the pick. Yeah, love the pick. That's what I was
Dang
looking
it.
at too.
Should have took him.
And then can't hurt to have another running back here. Rojo. I dissed him. I dissed him all season, but you know.
I don't know what kind of CPUs we're going against here, but 2 kickers got picked in the middle of the
something
fifth
we
round.
don't. They know something we don't.
I guess that Will Lutz is supposed to be pretty good next year. All right, handing it to me. I was gonna say, why is my name category so skewed here? Okay, going to tight end. I think a guy that played really well this year, and it's going to happen this year too, or next year. TJ Hockenson.
Yep.
I think he's going to have a very good season, and his ADP should be up higher than the 6th round. Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen went, and Sonny, you're up.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it again. I'm taking another rookie running back, and I'm going to go with J.K. Dobbins just because, I mean, the dude's a beast, and he's only getting better. And now no Mark Ingram, so hopefully more touches.
That's a good running back group you have right there with 3 rookie running backs. Nate, you're up.
Yeah. Okay. So I wanted this guy last year. He played pretty solid on your team, Joe. I'm going with Tyler Boyd. I really liked him. I really liked him. He played really outstanding. I know it slowed down after Joe Burrow got hurt, but I think he's going to have a great bounce back season. I'm excited to see that. Let's see. I already have 3 running backs, so I really want another one. That's a good question. I don't think I do. I mean, I'm stuck between a running back and another wide receiver. Probably going to take another wide receiver, and I'm going to go with oh, my gosh. You know what? He'll be healthy. I'm going to go with Deebo Samuel.
All right, Deebo Samuel off the board. Justin Tucker, Sonny, you're up.
Yep, I'm going with rookie sensation Justin Herbert. You know, give it to me in the 2nd or 7th round all day.
Yeah, that's a great pick right there. You know what? I'm really leaning running back. Just going down the board, who I think is going to be my guy. I think it's Singletary's time out, but I'm kind of afraid to pick Moss. Geez, I just don't really like any of the running backs where they stand right there. So I'm going to pick I think I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb. I think he had a great year, and I think he's going to have a better year once Dak comes back and, you know, really shine. So I'm going to go with that. CeeDee Lamb.
All right, so did you forget about this guy? DeAndre Swift?
Oh, I didn't forget about him.
You don't think he'll? I mean,
He's on my dynasty team. I already have the 3 running backs I need. I just want another wide receiver.
Yeah, Mike, I was actually really torn in my last pick between Dobbins and Swift. So that was a tough decision for me. So
I couldn't believe he was still there. So now I'm pretty happy with running backs, considering I have all 4. So, and then at this point with the wide receivers, they're not. Oh, I guess I could use a star here. So, that is a rough one.
And Courtland Sutton going in the 7th round, and I'm pretty interested to see where he goes in the 2021 drafts. Coming back from a season-ending injury, so we'll see where he lands. But right now he's in the 7th.
Well, given that who's going to be throwing to this guy next year, I'm going Laviska Shenault.
That's a good pick. Ooh. That's a good value pick. I really
over Landry, over Parker. It's hard.
Wow. It's a good pick. It's a good pick, but I think you could have gotten a little later. But I am high on Shenault. But hey, if you want to call your shot, go ahead. I respect it.
Oh man! Wow.
Going through these running backs, it's pretty rough to pick the right one.
What do you think of Laviska? I didn't get to see a lot of Jaguars games. I just know that Trevor Lawrence is going to be throwing him the ball next year.
Oh, I mean, I believe he's got a lot of potential. I mean, he's like Deebo Samuel if you use him right. I mean, he can do work in the run game and the pass game, and now you got an accurate quarterback. I mean, his ceiling could be insane. So he's definitely someone I'll be taking, maybe not this early, but someone I'll be targeting a little later. But, I mean, it's good to see someone else high on him too, because I do have high hopes for him.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I think there's going to be a QB change in Denver this year. I think Jerry Jeudy is going to be getting a better quarterback, and he's going to burst. So I'm going to pick Jerry Jeudy. Oh, I just added him to my queue. Now I'm picking Jerry Jeudy.
There we go.
Will Fuller going, Evan Ingram, and Sonny, you're up.
Yep, and I'm going with my guy, Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, I was going to pick him either that or
nice.
Jerry, but
you were super high on him all season.
Yep, we got to get him back.
You got to go with that. I like that a lot. Yeah, I'm actually going to go with another running back. And I'm going to have to go with Antonio Gibson.
Love it.
I'm nervous, man. He ended really cold with Washington.
He did. I think it was also if I can defend a Washington team without being an Eagles fan for 1 minute. They had a really rough season. So, I mean, and their team as a whole went pretty cold. I mean, but I can understand your point. But then I'm going to go with a good friend of Deontay Johnson. I'm going to go with Chase Claypool.
Oh, love it.
I'm going with Chase Claypool. I think it'd be another battle of the TikTokers.
All right, well, I'm going to stick with that rookie theme, and I'm going to go with T. Higgins, the new wide receiver 1 in Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's a good pick. Yeah, as you can tell, this is just skew because Jordan Howard would not be going there.
Jordan Howard,
I need a quarterback. I think Alec will like it. We'll go with Joe Burrow. I think people tend to forget he's still in the league and he's a rookie. So I'm going to go with Burrow. I think he'll have a big season.
I asked
no. Tom Brady went. Oh, I was going to go after Brady.
Yeah.
Oh, that hurts my soul. All right. Well, since the rookies aren't on the board, I know Baker was taken higher than he should have been this past year, but just based off that game, man, he was destroying in that playoff game. I loved what I saw, and I really like. I'm trying to decide between a bunch of guys, but I think with Christian McCaffrey back, that's going to open up Robbie Anderson even more. And Sonny knows how much I like Robbie Anderson.
It's your guy.
There was a bet on him. Another bet between you two.
I feel like all of our bets, though, nobody won them out like super handily. Like all of our bets came down to the last game of the season.
I agree.
All right. You know what? I really do think this guy is going to have a really great year. Buffalo usually doesn't run, but offenses change, so I'm going to go with Zach Moss.
Oh, I thought you were
One
picking
heck of a
Tony
running
Pollard.
back. No, not Singletary.
No, I thought you were picking Tony Pollard. I was like, wait,
Oh,
what?
no. I mean, he's also a good pick to have, depending on
Yeah, no,
Zeke's
he's a good late pick. Yeah.
And I'm going with Brandon Ayuk. I mean, this rookie class, we can't keep talking about it, but I just
Yep.
love this class, so I'm gonna
I
stick
think
with
I already
it.
have
Yeah, that's the one.
I have 5 rookies on my team as of now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well-
now second-year players. Nate, you are up.
I need a quarterback. I do. Need it before I'm left with Daniel Jones. So I'm going to go with the guy I believe that was top 12 quarterback this year, and that's Ryan Tannehill. I liked him. I
Yeah.
was, and this is, I don't know what people are going to be like, why would you be stuck between him and Carson Wentz? I was going to pick Carson Wentz just because he's playing for his career right now. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I was very stuck on picking Carson also, but I'm looking at another rookie. Oh, man. Sonny took mine. I was going to pick Brandon Ayuk. Damn. So,
Got to pivot.
I know. Let me think for 1 second. He started doing pretty good for Chicago at the end. He's a tight end. I'm not going to pick him, though. I wanted to so badly. I think he's going to have a bounce back year. I do. I'm going to go with Ruggs.
Nice.
I do. I believe in him. I do.
Mike,
I
what do you think
really,
about that?
really do. It was so hard. Well, I picked him because, well, I know Sonny. Oh, not Sonny. Mike, was pretty hot-headed about him for some time of the season. But when you saw sparks of him playing, it was just like the kid can play. I believe in Ruggs, so it's going to be my risk pick.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I waited long enough, and hearing you talk about tight ends, I couldn't risk it, so I'm taking Logan Thomas before he goes.
Oh, my God. I was going to take him, but I didn't think you guys would
That's
take him.
such a good
right
pick. That's
Dude,
a good pick.
he will go higher than that.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I'm
When
banking
this
on
when this entire app gets updated, it's going to be so different.
it. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna be doing this once a month. I mean, these are kind of skewed, but I mean, hopefully the next one will be more accurate. But hey, I mean, if he's on the board, I'm not passing him, so I'll take it by all means.
Yeah,
What are
that's a
you
good
picking,
start.
Joe? What are you looking at?
It was either Irv
Michigan?
Smith or Cole Kmet, but JJ
Oh,
and Dalvin
Komet
Cook.
played pretty solid.
I don't
He
want-
did.
So I'm gonna go with Cole Kmet. Allen Robinson's gonna leave. There's gonna be more reception, target volume. He's gonna be my backup tight end.
Now, where do we think Allen Robinson's going to go? Where do we think?
Please, please, please go to Houston. If you want to keep Deshaun Watson, get the enemy, get Allen Robinson, and just give him an offer that he can't say no to. I really don't see him leaving if you give him all those weapons.
Pittman, Michael Pittman. Oh my God, he went in the 12th round. Mike,
That's
that
a
was a good
steal.
pick.
That's a
That was
steal.
a really good pick. Totally forgot about him. It's back to me. Jeez.
And
All right,
Kirk
that was
is
a really good pick.
I mean, it'll be a battle between Kirk and Baker every week, probably, but
I think he's the best available running back right now. I think Zeke might have some struggles again, and Tony Pollard really can play, so I'm gonna go with Tony Pollard.
Ooh, and let's see. Who do I got? And we got Myles Gaskin still left on the board. I mean, the dude was the lead running back, and if they don't bring anyone in, he could have a huge role once again.
That was a good pick.
My turn. Oh, man. Well, man. I wasn't ready. I really was not ready. I'm still looking through my guys.
I know it's just so hard because it's kind of like the rankings last year, and you just gotta
Yeah.
have to scroll down to the guy you want.
Exactly. Well, let me see. Gosh, I really was not ready for this. I'm going with Wayne Gallman.
Wayne
ooh,
Gallman.
I gotta go with Wayne Gallman.
The backup for Saquon. All right.
Yeah, I gotta
so
go
next-
with him. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go. I'm
surprised
actually.
you
I don't know
agree.
why. I don't know why, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this just because I want another quarterback. I really do. So I want to go with the guy who's probably going to be taking Carson Wentz's spot is going to be Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I mean that dude could be a top 10 quarterback once
That's
you get
a
him in
good
the
pick,
starting
man.
lineup.
In the
If
13th round,
they surround that team with the right weapons, Jalen Hurts
Yeah.
is going to go crazy.
Oh, I agree. Let's
hey,
see now.
you can go 7th round. Jalen Hurts, that's a steal.
Yeah, I mean that's just in case Ryan Tannehill just farts and dies. So just in case. So that's all
And
it's gonna
yeah,
He's picking up my old fart comments when I called Tom Brady an old fart.
Well, Tom Brady, you know, he was an old fart for some time and then came out of nowhere. Irv Smith.
Best one
yeah.
there.
I'm going back to the
Wow.
tight end. I don't want to miss the breakout. I mean, this I do think will be the breakout year with Kyle Rudolph gone. I mean, he was a beast at Alabama. He looks like a beast when he plays. So I'm gonna get him before he breaks out.
You know, with the guy that made some magnificent catches, and both Bills receivers might be lost in free agency. Gabriel Davis. I think
That's a
a value
good
pick
Yeah.
right there.
I call that a great sleeper pick. I really
I
do.
love that. No, yeah, that was a great
Look.
pick.
Here's the guy that's going to go a lot earlier.
Oh God, yeah, Robert Tonyan, the man. The
Oh,
touchdown
wow.
machine.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
once he gets
Wow.
updated, now if you have Robert Tonyan versus the Redskins tight end Logan Thomas, what is it, like? If you remembered, is your pick still Logan Thomas?
I personally, yeah, I would take the only reason I would take Logan Thomas is because I don't know if he can sustain that touchdown rate that he had. I think he'll be safe. I don't think he'll get as many touchdowns, but I think you can count on Logan Thomas to get those targets and receptions every week. So I
That's a
think
good
it's
point.
more likely that Logan Thomas will be more consistent than Tonyan will.
And here, this is a bit of a buy low potential situation, but whoever is the Jets quarterback, this guy's going to be their best friend in Denzel Mims.
That rookie class, man, something else.
All right,
Well, I don't have a kicker or a defense.
last 2 picks. I'll go with Rodrigo Blankenship. He was a good kicker from last year, so he'll do well.
Yeah, and let's see. Check out these defenses for a little bit. And we are going with the Steelers defense.
Yeah, they didn't go already. That's very shocking.
Yep.
I'm not even going to draft a defense.
Well, I got to go with another tight end because I only got one, and that's not good. So it's not going to be the best tight end, but I'm going to go with I'm stuck between these two guys, and I'm going to go with Njoku.
Really?
I'm going to go with Njoku.
Tight end 3 on Cleveland. I'm guessing you're expecting him to go to a different team.
I am. I really am. I don't think he was begging for for them to get rid of him long ago. So I'm expecting him to.
And I'm all in. I'm all in on the hype train too, Nate. I mean, if you can give him to us, on the Cardinals, I think he could do some real nice things.
He showed how well the tight end he is.
I mean, he's an athlete. He just doesn't get the opportunity. Yep.
So, all right. So I'm picking a defense because I got to get a defense because that would be unrealistic of me to not get a defense. So I'm going to go. Man. So many options. I'll go with the Jets.
You know what's weird?
I'll go with the
Baltimore
Jets.
Ravens defense is down here.
No, I'm actually going to go with the Chargers defense.
All right.
Yep.
And then Damien Harris. That's actually a good pick right there. The last round for that CPU. Sonny, you're up.
Yeah, well, just because I think kicker is so fraudulent, I feel like I could find a kicker at any time. So I'm going to take A.J. Dillon on the off chance that Aaron Jones is gone.
Nice.
That's a good pick. That's a really good late pick. Holy crap.
Is he a free agent, Aaron Jones?
He is a free agent, yep. So for all we know, it could be the new man.
So he could be signed though. He could be re-signed.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, and if he gets re-signed, guess what? I drop him and I pick up a kicker, so works for me.
I feel like he will get re-signed. That's just my initial thought.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, Sonny, continue.
Well, I was gonna say it's honestly hard. No matter I still think at the end of the day he'll be a top 12 running back, at least for draft purposes. Because I mean, where can you honestly see him going where he wouldn't be a top 12 running back? Maybe the Falcons go after him.
Yeah.
No competition. If he stays in Green Bay, we saw he's the top 12 running back. So no matter where he goes, I think he'll be a great draft pick. It just, if he doesn't stay in Green Bay, AJ Dillon can get that workhorse role.
Actually, they don't even need him in Green Bay. So maybe they like you don't draft another running back and then you have Jamal Williams. Like they don't need him.
Hey, I mean, as a Cardinals fan, I would love him on my team. So Cardinals, Steelers, Falcons. There's a lot of options.
Nate, you got to put it down for the bets. I'm picking the Giants defense, and I'm betting this early. I think they're going to be a top 5 defense next year.
Wow.
Fantasy points, top 5 defense.
They do have Logan Ryan. He's been solid.
If anybody wants to go against it, I'm all in on top 5 defense for the Giants. Derek Carr with the last pick with Mike. Just going through it again. Nate with Alvin Kamara, Sonny Christian McCaffrey, Delvin Cook by me, and Darren Waller by Mike. Those are our first rounders. Just going through as we skim by. Do want to talk about the couple games coming up before the Super Bowl before we end today's episode. Just a lot of steals, but no rookies in here, so it's going to look completely different in a couple months. But that is what we have for our draft. All right. Going back to the show now. So we got 2 games. We have the Bills and the Chiefs, and we're really relying on Patrick Mahomes to make it. So what players are you looking for in that game? We'll start with Sonny.
Yeah, I mean, we know the only bad game that Aaron Rodgers had this whole season was against Tampa Bay. So, I expect him to bounce back. I expect that offense to be rolling, especially in Lambeau. But I'm excited about that. Rodgers versus Brady. I mean, I just want to see a good game. So we'll see if Rodgers can this time turn it around.
All right, and Mike, who do you have for the Bills and Chiefs?
Who do I? I guess Bill, you're getting a wounded duckling with Patrick Mahomes. Like his neck is messed up, his toe is messed up. Is that going to affect him running? Probably. Is it going to affect him throwing? Probably. Is he still the best quarterback on the planet? Probably. So I just that little edge. I don't know. I'm just hoping. I don't even actually believe that.
I saw a cool post. It's like what the NFL wants to see, which is the Chiefs versus the Bucs. And then it's what we all want to see, which is the Packers versus the Bills. Because let's be honest, I think that'd probably be a more exciting scene. Adams and Diggs, Rodgers and young talent Josh Allen, like more of a fantasy Super Bowl, in my opinion.
There's a lot on the Chiefs for MVP too. I mean, Rodgers and Allen were 1A, 1B in that MVP conversation.
Yeah.
It would be cool to see Rodgers versus Mahomes in the Super Bowl. That might be the best Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The 2 best, arms, whatever, in the game.
It's going to be interesting. I'm really relying on Diggs to have a pretty big game against that Chiefs secondary that allows a lot of points. So Diggs is going to be my guy in that game. Packers, I think Aaron Jones, honestly, he's doing really well in the running game. They put a lot of guys in motion. He's doing really well in the playoffs, so Aaron Jones could be a good guy. Nate, who do you like in both these games?
I got to go with Pack. I think Packers are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I do. They, from a Philly standpoint, they looked like the 2017 Eagles, how they were just like their chemistry with everybody is just like everything's working. And they started off slow, but then they go like bang, 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 like right then and there. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers is going to get his 2nd Super Bowl ring. It's going to be fun to watch. I mean, and then with the Chiefs and the Bills, I'm really going to have to go with is Patrick Mahomes confirmed playing or is he out?
We don't know yet. No.
We don't know. Well, if the Chiefs, if Patrick Mahomes is in for that game, I see them sinking out with a win. I really do. But I got it. My gut is telling me it's going to be the Bills and the Packers. And hopefully this time, if the Bills go in the Super Bowl, I mean, I'm hoping they win. I do. I just think Aaron Rodgers is going to – he's been there. He's done it. Josh Allen's kind of new. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just hope the Bills don't go 4 years in a row again and go winless. So we'll have to
Davante
see.
Adams, and then on the other side, Jair Alexander. They're just so good this year. It's just insane.
Yep.
I'm excited to see what happens. I know all you guys are excited. But that is all we have for you guys today. Listen to us on Facebook and YouTube. Follow us on Inside the Hashes. Check out our Insta and Twitter accounts at Inside Hashes. Also, check out our website where you can watch Aired Out and RPO. And we will see you guys next Tuesday at 7 p.m. We're going to find out who goes to the Super Bowl. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.